the field, ready to start this postseason classic. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Warren. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Dropping back, it's Aller. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team.
To the 16.
Stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
They're bringing heat. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
They're trying to get to him. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He lets one fly deep. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Penn State 7, South Carolina.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They run the reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk.
He smashes his way through again. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, the ground game. Shakes off the tackler. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Right back to the well. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Get it out on the screen. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job on the defense covering that thing up.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a...
Lofts one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And that play is going to just ignite this offense. You got to take a shot. You want to be aggressive. What an individual effort here by the receiver hauling in that catch.
They'll try to blast their way in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Trying to pound it in. Snowed under by the defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Shoots it to the left. Hauls it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Defense playing a bail technique. Catch in the middle, it's Simon. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's McDowell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We are locked up to start the 2nd half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way. So for this offense right here, this drive, start off the 2nd half, David, they need to put something together and really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on 4th down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this 2nd half to be fun, to be wild, to be loose.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Coming after it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Scanning the field, it's Sellers. A little screen to the running back. Powers through the defender. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. He wants to throw it again. The sure hands, it's Brown.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It's a reverse. Otis left him grasping. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up, and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
That's a nice play on offense there. How about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch?
Buys a little extra time. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They take the lead with the 6. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me in field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that play.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They're trying to hurry to the line. They're right on the edge of field goal range here. To the air, it's Sellers. Moves around to clear up the vision. Zings it complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Going to the run, it's Sanders. He breaks a tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. So here comes our first play of overtime.
6-9-1, Gators score! Lion! Come on!
They'll run it to the right side. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Right back to the well. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Nittany Lions will start with the ball first here in overtime. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run play action. He's got it on the run. The ball pops out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Keep it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
With the run on 1st and goal. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime! This is one of the best.